Hello ladies and gentlemen, I am BorderWise and welcome to 2024, unless you're watching this way in the future. In case, welcome to this flashback from 2024. Nothing quite like dating a video right in the first few minutes. And also welcome back to From the Depths. And what better way to start off 2024 by looking back on what we did in 2023 and asking ourselves the very important question of what the hell were we thinking? So, this is the complete ship that I made as part of my building a complete ship series of, I guess it's more of a walkthrough than a tutorial, because it's just going along and going over the basics of pretty much as many different systems of the game as we can, which is why this thing has ended up with missiles, APS, lasers, plasma, simple weapons, LAMs, particle cannon, cram cannons, and just a whole bunch of stuff, as many stuff as possible that you could jam onto a ship. Also heat decoys, I am quite proud of this. But here's the thing. I am not happy with this craft at all, which actually works into the series quite well, because quite often in From the Depths, when you build something and push all the way through and finish it, this is a sign that this game is equal parts engineering and artwork, in that you hate what you've done. You look at it and think like, "Gah, what was I thinking? It is rubbish!" Your inner tragic French artist come out and you simply must talk in a ridiculous accent. But they will stop that now before the French declare revolution on me. So, this thing needs a lot of changes, and in particular, the first thing to mention is that there was an update late last year, in 2023, that changed the way turrets work a little bit. I didn't cover that update in a video because it was pretty small, and at the time I didn't think it changed that much significantly, but there's a very important thing it changed. It also updated the Christmas campaign. Look forward to that. I'll be playing that. But it changed the way turret geometry works. So, just to show you how these turrets go, because these are just how I make turrets these days, what we've got here is something that, it has a bunch of slopes on it for no other reason than I like using slopes. They don't have to be slopes, because ye olde way of using turrets is that so long as the origin point of a block wasn't interfering with the rotation of something, the origin point being, you see this bit on the left of this preview, and same here with this wooden beam. So long as that bit wasn't colliding with anything as part of the turret rotation, the thing could rotate fine. However, the checks for that have been changed, so now the entire block is counted. Doesn't matter if it's the opposite end of the origin point, or whether it's a slope or not, it counts. Which means that all my turrets which have this kind of internal armor, and again, doesn't have to be slopes, it used to be something like this as well, none of them turn anymore. So, you will see I've selected all of this, and in particular, my main guns. So, this APS turret in the front, and this particle cannon, and this cram cannon, they do not work anymore. They cannot turn, so that's a bit of a bummer. And I should have mentioned beforehand, we're going to go over everything that needs immediate changing with this craft, and then we can get stuck in, at least with something. So, that's number one. All the turrets need to be replaced anyway. That was on the agenda even before the update, is to overhaul the APS turret because I don't like it, and overhaul the cram turret because I don't like it, and do them better, so to speak. The secondaries are going to be removed entirely, by the way, because I have learned through painful combat testing that you pretty much only want to put... well, this is not a hard and fast rule, but it's just what I tend to find. These get blown off really easily because they're right in the middle of the ship, which is the most likely part to get hit, just by random chance. These things are too small to have much armor on them, and really all they're doing is putting nice big weak points in the side armor in this particular design. There's ways around that if you design your ship differently, but in this particular case, these secondaries are not worth it. They're just a problem. So, gonna get rid of them, and while we're doing that, we're gonna overdo the armor because it's kind of crap, and I don't know what I was thinking when I made it to start off with late last year. And yeah, so we got to redo the internals as well, because that was very slapdash. I didn't think that out very well. This is very cobbled together, and I don't like it. We've got to change the engines for steam engines, proper ones, because I didn't do that in the complete shipbuilding series. And quite frankly, for this scale of ship, steam engines are actually really good. So yeah, we need to do that. And also, this is a somewhat, I'm not going to say outdated type of engine, it's just not the right kind of engine for something of this size. So we're going to do that over as well. And what else were we going to do? So we need more active missile defense and less decoys. So we're going to have to do something... with that. We're going to swap out the missile interceptors for medium ones for a start. Let me take a note of that. More Seawiz, more lambs, medium interceptors. So, and yeah, there's a lot to do here. There's a lot to do. Basically, the only thing that can really stay the same is this laser turret, really. So, bit of a bummer for me, really. So, there's many things we can do. So, we're just gonna do that as much as we can. I'm gonna keep this video to about half an hour or so. And the first things first is get rid of the offending turrets, because that's the main thing. That's gonna bother me if I don't do it. And it also means that we can retrofit everything else on them. Also, I have learned a better way to improve the EMP protection of local weapon controllers, because that is a thing. So, goodbye. We're gonna get rid of you. And I have, by the way, updated all my round turret prefabs. So that's very handy. So, we are going to get rid of a whole bunch of stuff. What's this? We're gonna keep that. And we're also gonna get rid of pretty much all the internals here. So that laser system is fine. This one is unacceptable, so we're just going to do this. Get rid of that. And this is powering those nasty, useless lasers, which we don't like. So we're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of all of... We're gonna get rid of that. We're gonna get rid of that. 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 Or clean slate. There's lots of batteries And we're going to deal with that later. And so that is for frozen. That's all fine. Gonna get rid of that. And rid of that. Rid of that. Rid of that. I could have used the prefab thing to get rid of all that, but I guess not. Hang on, we'll do that. We will do that. That is clever to do. So, I have no engine power left. What is this powering? That's powering more terrible lasers that I don't like. So, we're not going to use them. What's that? Heavy armor beam? Yes, yes, yes. We're going to go over here. Retrofitting, by the way, is actually harder than building something from scratch, I tend to find, because you have to work around whatever silliness has happened before. It's especially egregious if it's your own silliness. Oh, well, I took that out. Alright, so the AI compartment is fine for now. This isn't ideal. I found out the hard way that having multiple redundant AI compartments is a good idea, as it turns out. We've kind of screwed ourselves here with what we're doing. So we're just going to get rid of all of these because I do not like them. We have already demonstrated how to do a little secondary, and it's actually better, honestly, to stick them fore and aft rather than right in the middle, because it just kind of is. What the? Oh, you were very tall. No wonder you fell apart so easily. Alright, so I hate all this. So we're going to go over here and we're going to fill this in with something smarter. Hold on. Are we smart? We are smart. We are filling this with other things. Aha! So that's another thing. With this internal armor, we need to change that. We need to change that big time. And in order to do that, I'm actually going to chop the sides of this whole ship off. So we're here. And we could just do... Dare we do that? we can do that. Oh, this will be easier than I thought. Much easier than I thought. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do, lads. We're going to do this. And then we're gonna put alloy in there instead and just wait. There's a method behind this madness. Right, we over here. The to-do list is very to-do. Alright, careful with the ammo compartment. Careful, careful. Alright, let's do that as well. That can just be a double layer for new, and here, right here, hello. There was an air gap in there this whole time. Alright. Okay, so now this is where we want to be, and we're going to redo the propulsion as well. So that means gutting this completely. So, height. This is always actually kind of fun to do. Just double checking. I'm not going to chop anything off that I don't want to. And length goes like so. Hell yeah. And width. Something like this. There we go. And chop. Let's see here. Did that do what I wanted it to? It did indeed. Okay, good. What's this? This is just poking out here. How dare you? How dare you? Alright. Cool. And there was an air gap in here this whole time, too. Interesting. It's interesting, you go back and you look at what you've done, you think, oh, shakes, okay. Awkward. Alright, what's this now? What's this now? Aha, I know what that is. That's where the old laser transceivers used to be. So, to-do list, redoing the armor, and this, unfortunately, I'm pretty sure is not going to have any specific order for anything, because unfortunately that's just how retrofitting works. You just kind of go as you go along, you redo it, you make up for your terrible mistakes. This actually should still be here. See, like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because this is the floor, we still want the floor. The floor was fine. We can deal with the floor as it was. I'm just going to patch this up while I'm here. Rather dramatic changes we're dealing with right here. Patch, 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 patch. Unfortunately, if you use transition blocks like this, what you end up with is that it does kind of have to use the odd other thing. Alright, so we're going to get rid of all this because I do not care for it one bit. Hello, what's this? Hello, hello. Did I do a double layer and a wet gap? I did! How bizarre of me. That seems excessive. Alright, well, that means we gotta make the floor thicker, I guess. Interesting. Interesting, interesting. It's like, it's interesting going back on what you've done and, like, wondering what the hell the younger man did. The younger person. The younger animal. Sometimes the younger animal is a little bit stupid. I'm terribly sorry. We're gonna cut your eyeballs off. Whoop. That is alloy, right? Aha. I did that wrong. But it's okay. We'll do it again. Also, yeah, I did cross-hatching. Not cross-hatching, what's it called? Alright, we're gonna leave them floaty things right there. Hello? What the hell are you doing here? What is this madness? Madness, I say. Righty-hoo. So that's that over there. So here is where things are a little bit different. So this is our citadel right here, and a 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, 1, 2, 3, 4. How thick do we want the deck to be? Pretty thick. Okay. There we go. Actually, no. Let's do what is over there. No, we don't want that. We absolutely do want that right there. Right, so here is where there's a better armor scheme available. So what I did before, not as good as what I'm about to do, and hopefully will work out quite well. Let's see, we're over there. I want to need it here. Where is the transition block? There it is. So you'll notice I deleted a bunch of blocks and now I'm putting them straight back to where they were. Do not worry, that's part of the plan. Absolutely part of the plan, Sam I am. There we go, so I want this here. Right, this is where things get better, because I find, through experimentation, that heavy armor beams, backed by alloy, much better than what I did before. Just more health, lighter, more floaty. Let's see, we go all the way over here, and you'll notice this belt is going like all the way up to the deck. That is because that works better. Where is this? Okay, that's good. That's good, that's fine. Right there. Boop! So now this thing is straight back to being quite heavily armored, like so. And now... Now. You get to play around here some more. Whoops! Also, I color that red just so... I don't know, that's kind of color coding so I know what its job is, so to speak. So yeah, that's how I do it. That's how we do it. Right, reinforced wood goes like so. What color is this? It's color 8. Alright, so this is already going to hopefully be much tougher without those secondaries that get shot off too easily. And we actually might... Yes, we're actually going to swap out these simple weapons over here for, like, actual APS. And the Sea-Wiz can be proper Sea-Wiz. And we'll keep the simple weapons on the superstructure for emotional support, if nothing else. So, yeah. Also, if you have suggestions for what this thing can be like, do share. I would love to hear it. Alright. So this is going to be a slight pain in the butt. Where are you? Interesting. By slight pain in the butt, I mean quite a one. Whoops. Okay, how do you do this? What have I done before? What have I done with my life? Going back and thinking what the younger man did. What did the younger man do to deserve this? Actually, what did the older man do to deserve this? Ah, shakes, that's not right at all. Aha, that's what's missing. That's what's done wrong. I think? No. Oh boy, this is gonna take a while. This is possibly going to be a longer series than the first one. And there's nothing you can do about it. Ah, shakes. Is this gonna end up wider than what I did before? Man, I hope not. Oh boy. Oh boy, I think I done goofed. I done goofed. Should line up. This is where we have issues with everything. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Aha. Stops there. There we go. There we go. We figured it out. We figured it out. Wait, and actually, if we are clever, it means we... Tell me I left mirror mode on. Okay, good. And we need to save this as complete ship retrofit. That's important. I hope people appreciate me showing my entire ass here. For the purposes of education and edutainment. Is this educational? Could I flag this as educational? Would the algorithm kick my ass for that? Probably. Probably it would. Okay, good. There we go. So now, what we's gotta do is do the same thing, but on the other side. Then we will use the magic of the fill tool. Hit F to solve problems. Alrighty, Haugen. Let's see. Let us see. And width, and we might snag a propeller or two. Don't even worry about it. Whee! Over here we go. One of the benefits of making something that's roughly the same at the front as it is at the back. Let's see, did we do this correctly? Yes, we did. Probably didn't need to delete all that, but you know what? We may do. We may do. Okay, good. Now, outer shell, metal. And this is going to be much thicker armor, effectively, than what we had before. It's going to be much nicer. There we go. It's going to be a lot of just stacked alloy and metal in there. Do not use rock as armor. Use metal. That's not accurate, by the way. Stone in From the Depths is actually pretty decent armor, because it's like, it's tougher than wood, but also decently EMP resistant and just generally actually pretty good. Cheap is the main thing. How thick did I make this deck? Actually pretty thick. She's thick, though. Alright, I think actually, you know what I'm going to do for these turrets? I might... No. I can't make them necklace turrets. It will not work like that. Also, this is forcing me to change old habits. Oh, hello. What's this? Oh, look at you. There were gaps here. Shocking. Why does anyone watch me play From the Depths? Because I make so many mistakes. That is the power of not editing. People can see every stupid thing you've ever done. It's so embarrassing. I'm going to cry, but I'm going to cry off camera. Or edit it out. Now, I'll cry off camera, that's easier. And whoop! Shh! You saw nothing. Oh wait, no, you saw everything. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Alright, so we're over here now. We do. What do we do? We do. We do this. Do not worry, there's a plan here. Very much a plan here. Very much a plan here. This is what I do these days. Ah, shakes. Hang on, let's do that again, but in the right color. So building in the right color to start off with is actually a great time saver. I highly recommend doing that. Okay, I never do that. Actually, I do that. I just don't do it, like, I don't remember to do it properly. Okay, what else? What else? So here, I'm actually gonna fill it in from the back. So we're gonna go to here. We're going to do, actually, we're gonna get rid of you. What we're gonna do, gonna fill you in from the front. So it's gonna be, what is it gonna be? What's it gonna be now? Oh boy, decisions. I'm probably gonna replace all of those damn blocks eventually anyway. Hello, there's a lot of gaps in here. Whoops, and that was the wrong color. Perfect! I love myself. New Year's resolution is to love yourself. But I was being sarcastic! I don't. Blurg. And I just did this, and I've just changed my mind about what's gonna be... Actually, no, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's part of the plan. Or is it? Hang on. Let's work this out. Ah, shakes. Right. New plan. The idea is to have alternating alloy and metal, but from the outside in, because it's metal on the outside, and that's how that works. Okay. It's no joke redoing something's armor. No joke at all. So remember when I took pains to do that? Well, delete your art. That's what Drawfee says. Honk if you love Drawfee. Honk, honk. So now we've got that deck in place, and now I have actually made my life worse because I have to do that. Fill in the rest of the armor kind of blind. But it should be okay. It should be fine. We'll cope. The magic... This is why the fill tool is useful. You can do things and then hit Control Z and undo them as well. Alrighty, I didn't even really finish decorating this thing, did I? Alright, so now... Here is where the fun begins. Right, correct color. So we got a layer of alloy over here, behind there. Maybe that should have been metal, maybe no. Alright, and now a layer of metal. Metal. Whee! Back over here we go. Plug these before we forget. Alright, and then a layer of alloy. This isn't the... I wouldn't say this is the absolute end of armor design here, this kind of thing. The reason alternating alloy and metal is great is because while it is kind of pricey, it floats really well. Like, and this ship has non-stop buoyancy problems, or at least it did, thanks to the heavy armor citadel I use, so... Overdoing the alloy a bit is a nice way of getting things to float properly, so long as you don't go completely mental on the alloy and skimp on the metal, because metal is better armor. That's its job. You do occasionally run into people who say that alloy is just better than metal in every single way. It isn't. It really isn't. The thing that metal does better is be armor. That's what it does better. Hello, what's here? Oh, the outside. It's the outside! Right, and here is a layer of alloy going back the other way. Oh, hello! Hello, hello! Hello. This explains everything. Alright. Whee! So this is already getting nice and thick, and... Back in ye olde days, I was told that, like, vertical beams are better for side armor for some reason due to the angle that shells generally come in at. I'm starting to think it doesn't make a lick of difference. So, honestly, when in doubt, with armor, use more than one material to cover your ass, and just make sure it's thick enough and has, air gap fillers and just air gaps in general. Also, before anyone asks about plasma and having a proper air gap to defend against it, what I've been experiencing with plasma is that an air gap helps with one plasma shot. It does not follow with the several dozen that are going to be right behind it, as things tend to be. So yeah, just honestly, like, thick armor still does better against plasma than not thick armor does, so... Then we do a layer of alloy. So, go all the way over here. All the way to Victory Town. Fasten your seatbelts. Okay. I need to fix the citadel. Here, boop, boop. Okay, and now a layer of metal here, and this is where we're going to have to shrink some blocks. Whee! Where's the gap? Where's the gap? Where's the gap? Show me the gap. Is there no gap? Oh, there is! Thank goodness, I was starting to get worried. There we go, there's one. And there's two. And the reason I'm putting 2 3-meter blocks instead of just plugging it with a 2-meter one is mainly just because, well, I don't know. I feel the 3-meter beam, like, you know, you don't want a critical point effect. I don't actually know. I just prefer doing it like that. Don't take that as gospel. There we go. Maybe it is better just to plug it in with a 2-meter one. I don't know. Okay, so we've redone the side armor. You'll notice that this thing's floating much better. Where are the bits that are... What bits are here that are not connected? Where are they? I'm pretty sure they'll crop up eventually. I don't see them. Where? Tell me your secrets! Ten blocks will fall off. Where? Tell me. Tell me now. Is it structural blocks or something else? Oh, that's what it was. It was... Oh, right, propellers. Okay, no worries. Okay, we have a nice floatier hull with much better side armor, with more health. Okay, right, so we just gotta plug that at the front as well, because you do want a nice, complete, heavy armor box. So right here, we're going to replace these fellas. So what do we got here? Oh, hello. Hello. Hello, 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 hello. Man, the gaps you find in here. Okay, let's go. Where's that aiming? Okay. So there's that, and we really should put that over there. You know what we're gonna do? We're actually going to... I do want 2 meters of metal over there, but meh. Right, we're going to be cunning and clever and shrink this a little bit. There we go. We figured it out, lads and lasses, and people who do not identify as either lads nor lasses. That is the wrong kind of block. It's the right color, but the wrong block. There's no particular reason for having this here, by the way. I've kind of screwed myself here. But it is convenient having a lump of heavy armor here just to make it a little bit harder to shoot through. They can shoot through the deck though, which is irritating. And that's the other thing with retrofitting a craft that is already basically finished, is that you gotta compromise. You got to compromise here and there and everywhere, even if you don't want to. There we go, and back over here, compromise this, what? Over here, whee! Alright. Let's go there, let's have a look-see. Do we have a little hole here? No, we do not. So, heavy armor beam slope. And there, and here, 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 here. Whoops, I just remembered I forgot to do something. I need to go back. I need to remember to go back and do that. Okay, what else are we doing? It's still nice and floaty, nice and buoyant. Coloring internal blocks bright colors is also a great way to check on how the thing's been damaged. Hello, this could have been a problem. Oh, hello, that really could have been a problem. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello. Nice little wrap there. And how are we floating? We're actually floating. We're not floating much better than we did before, but it will do. It will do nicely, and this will do for episode 1 of this retrofit. This has been a bit weird. I need to figure out these turrets, so this is less structured than the last one. So I just have a literal list on paper here. So armor, yep, that's basically done. Armor and remove, change, secondary, definitely remove them, and we're gonna have to put better ones in the bow here. And if you're wondering what ship's inspiring that, it's what the hell's in here? Okay, that the 2022, I can't believe 2022 was, well, 2 years ago basically, or a year and a bit ago. The 2022 Ragnarok has its secondaries in the fore and aft. And I think that really helps keep them alive, because it just means they're spread out enough that they don't all get blown up at once. So, that'll do for this first episode of retrofitting this complete ship. I hope you enjoyed my fumbling around, and Happy New Year! And thank you all so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, support me on Patreon or YouTube membership if you like. It really helps, and there's fun perks in it for you. Thank you to all my current supporters, and I will see you next time in From the Depths. Farewell.